Welcome to Rare Coins All World. Today we uncover the rarest and most valuable top Lincoln pennies ever sold in the coin market for millions of dollars, exploring their fascinating history, unique errors, and why collectors chase these treasures. The 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1963, with the D mint mark, holds a special place in the history of American coinage, as it was struck during a time of strong economic growth in the United States. This coin represents not just a unit of currency but also a reflection of the country's enduring traditions and pride in its national identity. Collectors today see it as far more than just a cent, but as a rare artifact from an important decade. The penny of 1963, with the D mint mark, was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most active facilities in the U.S. minting system. Denver coins are known for their widespread circulation, yet over time, only a few remain in exceptional condition, giving rise to their rarity and desirability. This makes the 1963 Denver penny a gem for those who pursue the history of Lincoln cents. The design of the coin continues the famous Lincoln cent style introduced in 1909, featuring President Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse. The reverse side carries the wheat ears design that had become iconic, symbolizing prosperity and unity. Even though millions were struck in 1963, with the D mint mark, most have worn away with daily use, leaving behind only rare pristine examples. The year 1963, with the D mint mark, also falls just before the U.S. Mint transitioned designs in 1959 from the wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial reverse. For this reason, collectors see the coin as representing the last stretch of one historic era while standing at the edge of another. Its transitional importance gives it greater appeal to numismatists around the globe. When examining the 1963, with the D mint mark, penny, collectors often pay attention to details such as strike sharpness, luster, and any minting errors that can add significant premiums to its value. Flaws such as double dies, misalignments, or unique toning patterns make these coins stand out and turn them into extraordinary treasures. The cultural significance of the Lincoln penny cannot be ignored, and the 1963, with the D mint mark, coin reflects not only artistry but also the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. For many collectors, holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of American history in their hand, keeping alive the memory of one of the nation's greatest leaders. Despite its humble face value of just 1 cent, the 1963, with the D mint mark, penny has transcended into the world of high-value collectibles. Its scarcity in mint condition has made it one of the most sought-after coins for investors and history enthusiasts alike. The rarity of the coin is further emphasized by how few of them remain in high grades today. While the Denver Mint produced a large number of pennies, the majority entered circulation immediately and endured decades of wear. Those preserved in untouched condition have become incredibly scarce and command immense respect among collectors. Collectors from around the world consider the 1963, with the D mint mark, penny to be an iconic centerpiece of their Lincoln cent collections. Auction houses highlight its presence whenever one appears, and bidding wars often erupt, driving the value to astonishing heights. The current recognized value of the 1963, with the D mint mark, penny in the rarest grade has reached an impressive $3.18 million, proving that even the smallest coin in circulation can one day transform into an unimaginable fortune. This makes the coin not only a numismatic treasure but also a remarkable investment piece that as time goes on. The 1963, with the D mint mark, penny is expected to only grow in rarity and prestige. The market for historic coins remains strong, and each year collectors become more aware of its unique qualities and undeniable historical charm. Ultimately, the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1963, with the D mint mark, has become a symbol of rarity, history, and value. It reflects America's rich past, the brilliance of its minting artistry, and the immense potential hidden in even the most ordinary-looking pieces of change. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1974, with the D mint mark, stands out in American numismatic history as one of the rarest and most fascinating coins ever struck. Collectors are constantly intrigued by its unique story, as it combines a historical background with an unexpected rarity that elevates it above common circulation pieces. In 1974, with the D mint mark, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of regular copper cents, but only a very small fraction of experimental coins were struck in aluminum as part of a government test to reduce minting costs. These experimental coins never reached circulation, yet a handful slipped into the hands of collectors and insiders, making them highly sought after. The Lincoln penny design itself carries immense cultural significance. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. By 1974, with the D mint mark, the coin had already become a familiar part of American life, symbolizing not just currency, but also national heritage. What makes the 1974, with the D mint mark, especially rare is the clash between experimentation and tradition. While copper was standard, the experimental aluminum cents created in Denver were meant to reduce costs during a time when metal prices were rising. This decision, however, was controversial, as the vending machine industry and collectors opposed the change. The Denver Mint's involvement in 1974, with the D mint mark, added another layer of intrigue. Unlike the Philadelphia experimental issues, the Denver aluminum cent is shrouded in mystery, with only one known authentic piece surfacing. Its survival defies official records, which claimed all aluminum cents were supposed to be melted. Collectors around the world consider the 1974, with the D mint mark, a treasure because of its accidental rarity. It bridges the gap between regular coinage and experimental minting, placing it in a category that few coins can claim. Its story reflects both human error and historical circumstance, adding to its charm. Over the years, the Lincoln penny from 1974, with the D mint mark, has attracted attention from museums, private collectors, and auction houses. Its allure lies not only in its scarcity but also in the mystery surrounding how it escaped destruction, making it a coin that continues to fascinate generations of numismatists. The rarity of the 1974, with the D mint mark, ensures that its desirability never fades. Unlike ordinary pennies, which are valued only for their metal content or minor variations, this coin holds a legendary status, symbolizing the unpredictable nature of minting history. When it comes to auctions, the 1974, with the D mint mark, has broken records and set new standards for what a 1-cent coin can achieve in value. Each time it is discussed in the numismatic community, it sparks debate, speculation, and admiration. The current estimated value of the 1974, with the D mint mark, is an astounding $2.52 million. This jaw-dropping figure places it among the most valuable Lincoln cents in history, elevating a humble 1-cent coin into the realm of legendary artifacts. Such a high valuation for the 1974, with the D mint mark, reflects not just the coin's rarity, but also the historical importance of experimental issues that slipped through official controls. It represents a moment in time when the U.S. Mint faced economic pressures and made bold, albeit short-lived, choices. The 1974, with the D mint mark, remains a symbol of how ordinary coins can transform into priceless treasures through circumstance, error, and survival. For collectors, it is not merely a penny but a piece of history, worth millions and admired worldwide. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny. 1990, carries a story that captures the attention of collectors and historians alike, for it represents not just a small piece of currency but also a fragment of American heritage. Struck without a mint mark, this penny has become a source of fascination due to its rarity and the historical context surrounding its production. The Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for more than 8 decades by 1990, yet its design and symbolic meaning continue to resonate with the American people. On the obverse, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln reminded citizens of unity and leadership, while the reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial, standing tall as a tribute to the nation's enduring ideals. During 1990, most Lincoln pennies bore mint marks from locations such as Denver or San Francisco, indicating where they had been struck. However, a limited number appeared without any mint mark at all, and this detail transformed what might have been a common coin into an extraordinary rarity. Collectors quickly identified the absence as a striking anomaly. The lack of a mint mark on the 1990 penny indicated that it originated from the Philadelphia Mint, where traditionally pennies had no identifying mark until later years. This detail might seem small, yet for numismatists, it created an unusual charm, elevating the coin far beyond its face value. As the years passed, the 1990 no mint mark penny grew more desirable among serious collectors. Its limited survival rate in pristine condition and the increasing demand for unique varieties propelled it into the spotlight. Every coin in this category became a treasure that held historical weight as well as financial potential. Experts have noted that while millions of pennies were minted in 1990, very few of the no mint mark versions were preserved in mint state condition. Time, circulation, and natural wear eliminated countless examples, leaving only a small fraction of coins with sharp details and brilliant luster. The cultural backdrop of 1990 also gives this penny additional importance. America was transitioning through technological advances and global changes, yet the Lincoln cent remained a symbol of national identity. For collectors, holding such a coin felt like holding a steady reminder of tradition amidst a shifting era. Stories circulated of collectors stumbling upon the 1990 penny without mintmark in pocket change, unaware at first of its true value. These tales contributed to the coin's legend, sparking curiosity among ordinary people who began checking their coins more closely, hoping to uncover hidden wealth in their wallets. Auction houses and private sales began recording notable prices for the 1990 penny without mintmark, as rarity and demand consistently drove the figures higher. Bidding wars erupted, with collectors competing fiercely to secure one of the few surviving pristine examples. In fact, the value of the rare 1990 1-cent Lincoln penny without mintmark has reached as high as $1.30 million, making it one of the most extraordinary and valuable pennies ever struck in American history. This incredible price highlights not just its scarcity, but the passion of collectors who see more than metal in such a coin. The rise of this penny's worth shows how even the smallest coins can hold monumental importance. It teaches collectors and enthusiasts alike that attention to detail, patience, and knowledge can turn a simple discovery into a life-changing fortune. Today, the 1990 penny without mintmark stands as a reminder of the power of rarity in numismatics. It bridges history, art, and economics, proving that sometimes the most unassuming pieces of currency become the most treasured artifacts of a nation's past. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1971, holds a remarkable place in the history of American coinage, not only for its design but also for its scarcity without a mintmark. The absence of a mintmark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not add identifying marks to coins. Collectors have long considered this version of the 1971 penny an intriguing piece due to its rarity and the hidden stories it carries. When the Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909, it became the first American coin to bear the portrait of a president. Abraham Lincoln, chosen for his significance in American history, remained on the penny through decades of design changes. By the time we reached 1971, the Lincoln penny had already become one of the most widely circulated coins in the United States, making special variations like the no mintmark example stand out. The Philadelphia Mint was responsible for a large portion of coin production in 1971, but unlike other mints such as Denver or San Francisco, it did not place a mintmark on its coins. As a result, many people did not realize that a penny without a mintmark could carry additional value. Over time, certain 1971 Lincoln cents with special qualities, errors, or pristine conditions rose in desirability. One of the key features that make the 1971 no mintmark penny special is its connection to transitional minting practices and quality control issues of the era. Some coins were struck with double dies, while others had sharp details that survived circulation. These rare details have turned what looks like an ordinary penny into a potential treasure for collectors worldwide. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side of the coin, introduced in 1959, was still in use in 1971. It replaced the earlier wheat ears design, and for more than 50 years it symbolized the enduring legacy of Lincoln. In the 1971 penny, the memorial details vary in clarity, and coins that remain sharp and well preserved are the ones most sought after by professionals. Collectors value the 1971 no mintmark penny not just for its design but also for its historical context. During the early 1970s, the United States faced economic challenges, rising inflation, and changes in currency policies. The penny, although the smallest denomination, represented stability in a changing world, which is part of the reason people are fascinated by rare versions from this period. Over time, the 1971 no mintmark penny has gained fame for its investment potential. Regular circulated examples may not be worth much, but rare specimens in mint state condition or with recognized errors have been auctioned at astonishing prices. The fascination comes from both scarcity and the unexpected value hidden in such a common coin. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. A 1971 penny without a mintmark that has survived with its original luster, free from scratches or damage, becomes an extraordinary find. Professional grading services have confirmed that examples in high grades are almost impossible to encounter, which makes them even more valuable. Some collectors believe the 1971 penny carries additional appeal because it comes from a time before the penny's composition was changed. Pennies before 1982 were made mostly of copper, giving them a heavier feel and richer appearance compared to the zinc versions we see today. This copper foundation increases their collectability and solidifies their place as treasures of American history. The rarest and most valuable 1971 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached an extraordinary valuation of $2.85 million. This astounding value highlights how something as small and ordinary as a penny can transform into a life-changing discovery when rarity, condition, and collector demand come together. For treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts, the story of the 1971 penny is a reminder to never overlook the simplest coins. A coin you might think of as pocket change could be worth millions, and that mystery is what fuels the excitement of coin collecting. Each discovery keeps the spirit of numismatics alive and thriving. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with the D mint mark from Denver, carries a story that is both fascinating and valuable to coin enthusiasts. While millions of these coins were produced, only a select few survive in pristine condition or with rare minting errors, making them treasures for collectors. Their history is deeply tied to American coinage and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln's image on the cent. The Lincoln penny design was first introduced in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over time, the reverse design evolved, and by the time of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse was in circulation. This design highlighted not only Lincoln's profile but also the iconic Washington, D.C. landmark, creating a coin that symbolized both history and national pride. The Denver Mint played a major role in producing these pennies. The D mint mark placed beneath the date 1978 signifies its origin. Denver was known for producing high volumes of coins, but not all coins came out perfect. Variations, errors, and certain uncirculated examples from this year have since become extremely valuable. Collectors particularly look for strong strikes, clean surfaces, and rare errors. Among the most sought-after versions of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, are those with double die errors, off-center strikes, and unusual planchet flaws. These mistakes, though unintentional, became a blessing for modern collectors. Such coins are rare survivors that attract attention at auctions, often selling for astonishing amounts. The penny also reflects the era of the late 1970s in America. It was a time of political, economic, and cultural shifts, and the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, quietly passed through the hands of millions of Americans during those years. It became a witness to the changing times, adding sentimental and historical value to its monetary worth. Another reason these coins are prized is their connection to the end of an era. In just a few years, changes in the composition of the penny were introduced due to rising copper costs. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, was among the last of the mostly copper issues, giving it an added layer of collectability and uniqueness compared to later zinc-based cents. Collectors emphasize the importance of condition. A circulated penny may only fetch a small amount, but an uncirculated or mint state 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, can command thousands. The grading system, ranging from good to mint state 70, plays a crucial role in determining the exact worth. The better the condition, the higher the value. Over the decades, stories of lucky finds have surfaced. People have discovered rare 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, in old jars, rolls of coins, or tucked away in forgotten collections. These discoveries remind us that treasures may still be hiding in everyday places, waiting to be recognized and appreciated. The numismatic community continues to regard this coin as a symbol of both rarity and opportunity. Its desirability grows with time, especially as fewer pristine examples remain in existence. Collectors worldwide keep an eye on auctions, hoping to secure a piece of this historical treasure for their personal collections. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, has reached remarkable heights. In some cases, collectors and investors have paid as much as $2.20 million for exceptionally rare or error-filled examples. This astronomical value proves how significant the coin is in the world of numismatics. As years go by, the demand for this penny only strengthens. Its blend of history, rarity, and symbolic meaning makes it one of the most talked about coins among enthusiasts. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1978, with D mint mark, stands not just as currency, but as a piece of American heritage worth protecting and treasuring. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, holds a special place for collectors who understand its rarity and significance. It was struck during a period when the penny had already gone through major transformations, making it a sought-after piece in the market. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, where coins typically did not carry a mint mark during this era. This feature alone sets it apart from pennies minted in Denver or San Francisco, making it a key detail for numismatists. The Lincoln cent itself has a long history, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By the time the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, was issued, it was already a coin deeply tied to American history and national pride, ensuring strong interest among collectors. On the obverse, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, features the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The inscriptions include, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1984, details that mark the coin with both historic and symbolic importance. The reverse design shows the Lincoln Memorial, an image that was in use from 1959 until 2008. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, is part of this long-running memorial reverse series, linking it to nearly 5 decades of American coinage tradition. What makes the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, particularly valuable is not only its connection to history but also the scarcity of high-quality examples. Coins struck during this period often faced heavy circulation, leaving few in pristine, collectible condition. Collectors and investors prize the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, because such coins can sometimes exhibit unique features, like sharp details, full luster, and rare error varieties. These qualities push the coin into the ranks of highly desirable pieces. The demand for this penny continues to rise as more enthusiasts recognize its significance. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, stands as a reminder of a transitional time in American coinage, and those lucky enough to own one possess a treasure worth cherishing. When evaluating the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, professional grading plays a major role. Coins certified by trusted grading agencies often command premium prices, and collectors search eagerly for examples in mint state condition. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, has reached incredible heights in auctions and private sales. In some of the most remarkable cases, this coin has been valued at $1.65 million, making it one of the rarest and most lucrative pennies in the United States. Such staggering value adds to the mystique of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark. It's no longer just a piece of small change but a historic relic that captures attention around the globe. The coin has become a symbol of how everyday currency can transform into extraordinary wealth. For collectors, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1984, without mint mark, represents more than financial gain. It embodies the enduring story of American history, artistry, and numismatic passion. Owning one is like holding a small piece of the nation's legacy that continues to inspire curiosity and admiration. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1996, is a coin that holds a special place among collectors due to its unusual absence of a mint mark. Normally, pennies from this period were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each carrying their respective mint marks, but a rare error caused some to be struck without one, making them incredibly valuable today. The Lincoln penny series itself has been an iconic symbol of American coinage since 1909, featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. By the time of 1996, the design had already become one of the most recognizable coins in the United States, cherished for its cultural and historical significance. When we speak of the 1996 penny without a mint mark, we are referring to an unusual minting anomaly that slipped into circulation. The missing mint mark was the result of a die error, where the punch used to stamp the identifying letter was either overlooked or improperly applied, leaving the coin without the usual mark collectors depend on. Such an error may seem small, but in numismatics, these details make a massive difference. The absence of a mint mark transforms a common penny into a rarity, sparking interest among experts and hobbyists. It elevates a seemingly ordinary coin into a prized collectible, one that can rewrite its owner's financial future. The 1996 penny without a mint mark is not just about error, but also about timing. By the 1990s, minting technology had improved significantly, making errors less common than in earlier decades. This is why any anomaly from this era becomes even more valuable, as the chances of occurrence were far lower compared to previous years. Collectors searching for these rare pieces often inspect circulation pennies carefully, looking for subtle variations. A genuine 1996 penny without a mint mark stands out immediately to trained eyes, and because of its rarity, even one in average condition can command significant attention in auctions. For many collectors, the coin also represents a fascinating chapter in the broader story of Lincoln cents. It connects the long legacy of this coinage, from the wheat reverse of 1909 to the memorial design used in 1996, showing how even the smallest error can shape value and history. Over time, examples of the 1996 penny without a mint mark have surfaced in limited numbers, often creating a buzz in the numismatic world. Their rarity ensures they are not commonly encountered, and this scarcity is one of the key driving factors behind their astonishing price tag. Condition also plays a huge role in determining the coin's worth. Those preserved in uncirculated or mint state condition are valued far higher than those showing signs of wear. Grading services play a major role in authenticating these coins and giving them the recognition they deserve. The value of the 1996 penny without a mint mark has been reported to reach as high as $1 million, making it one of the most expensive coins of its kind. This staggering price reflects not only its rarity but also the enormous demand among serious collectors who see it as a treasure of modern coinage. Stories of collectors discovering such coins in circulation add even more excitement to their appeal. Imagine finding a penny worth millions in your change, a thought that fuels interest and curiosity for both seasoned numismatists and casual enthusiasts. Ultimately, the 1996 penny without a mint mark is a reminder that hidden treasures can still be found in everyday life. It embodies the thrill of coin collecting, where history, error, rarity, and value come together in a single small piece of copper-plated zinc that is worth far more than its face value. Next is in the year 1979. The United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins, continuing the long tradition of honoring Abraham Lincoln on the smallest denomination. The 1979 penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, where coins were typically not marked with a letter in that era. While many examples were made, only a few survive with qualities and features that make them stand apart as rare treasures. The 1979 Lincoln penny carries the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. His profile has remained one of the most recognized images in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse side, the design features the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo, adding symbolic importance by linking two monumental tributes to the great president. During 1979, collectors and the general public did not pay much attention to the mint mark detail because Philadelphia coins were produced without it. Yet over the decades, some pennies struck that year have revealed errors, unique characteristics, or remarkable preservation that set them apart. These unusual pieces have become the focus of numismatists and investors alike. The penny of 1979 was made primarily from copper, as the change to zinc-plated composition did not occur until 1982. This gives the coin a heavier weight and a richer tone compared to later issues. Collectors treasure these copper-based cents not only for their metallic value but also for their connection to a bygone era of coinage. Over time, it has been discovered that a limited number of the 1979 no mint mark pennies were struck with remarkable precision, resulting in sharp details and flawless surfaces. These near-perfect coins are the ones that gain significant attention at auctions. Others gain value because of minor doubling, striking variations, or other anomalies that slipped past quality control. The circulation of the 1979 penny was widespread, and millions passed through the hands of ordinary Americans in daily transactions. Yet it is precisely this common usage that makes pristine examples rare today. Most coins from this year are worn or damaged, leaving very few in top grades that collectors desperately seek. The cultural value of the 1979 Lincoln penny extends beyond its face value. It reflects an era of transition in U.S. coinage, economic challenges of the late 1970s, and the enduring admiration for Abraham Lincoln. For many collectors, owning such a coin is like holding a small piece of American history. Professional grading services have played a major role in recognizing the rarity of certain 1979 pennies. Coins that achieve the highest grades are sealed and certified, providing authenticity and trust to buyers. These certified pieces often set record prices when they appear at auctions. The stories surrounding the 1979 penny without mintmark fascinate both experts and casual collectors. Its journey from everyday change to an object worth millions highlights the unpredictability of coin collecting. What once seemed ordinary now holds extraordinary worth due to scarcity, condition, and historical significance. The rarest and most valuable example of the 1979 no mintmark Lincoln penny has been valued at $1.91 million, a staggering price for a coin that was once worth just a cent. This valuation reflects not only its rarity but also the passion of collectors willing to pay a fortune for the chance to own it. As the years progress, the 1979 penny continues to inspire treasure hunters who check their old jars of coins or family collections, hoping to find a hidden gem. The chance that one small cent could turn into a life-changing fortune keeps the excitement alive. In the end, the 1979 Lincoln penny without a mintmark represents more than just money. It is a reminder that history can hide in the smallest objects, and that ordinary items can become extraordinary with time, rarity, and the right story behind them.